Hey guys, how you doing? It's Coach Scott once again with Purple Wave Chemistry. Let's do again working on a Unit 4 review. I want to talk about distillation or how we can separate mixtures. Okay? How we can separate mixtures. And just recall, if I've got a liquid mixtures I can separate by physical means. All right. If I've got salt, and if I've got salt water, I can boil all that water away and I'll have salt at the bottom, right? Because it's a mixture. I haven't changed it, right? So let's say, for instance, here I've got a mixture of two liquids, two alcohols. I've got 2-propanol, and it's got a boiling point, a physical property of 80.37 degrees C. Then I've also got methanol. That's that wood alcohol, all right? And it's got a boiling point, again, a physical property of 64.7 degrees C. So those are pretty wide apart. So if I've got a mixture of that, I can separate that by, here you go, distillation. Distillation. It's called distillation. Yeah, I can't spell. Distillation. Okay. And what we're going to do is, using these properties, these different boiling point properties, is we're going to separate these two from the mix. Let's say there's some water in there too. What the heck? And we know what the boiling point of water is, so some H2O. We've got some of that in there. So what I would do is I would have a distillation apparatus, which is a boiling pot, and it's hooked up to a condenser where there's cool water in. So whenever the vapor is boiling off, it's going to go down this tube and cool off and turn back into a liquid. Then I can collect it. Then after I've collected all of that particular fraction, I can pull the little beaker off and put another one underneath there and collect the other one. So let's think about this. All right, so if I've got this mixture, so let's say we're at room temperature. We're going to call it 20 degrees C. Then what's going to happen? I'm going to heat it up. And I'm going to heat this up. It's going to go up. And then it's going to start boiling at 64.7. 64.7 degrees C. And it's going to go boil up into this condenser tube. And eventually it'll stop boiling. We'll still have liquid in there. And at that point, I'm going to remove that beaker because that'll have my methanol in there. So my methanol, that's where my methanol is boiling away. All right. Then I can collect that and I can use it for whatever I need to use it. So I still got liquid in there. So then I'm going to heat it up again until we get to 80.37. 80.37 degrees C. And then I'm going to collect everything that boils at 80 degrees. And of course I've got a thermometer there so I know what temperature it is. And that's going to be my 2-propanol. And I need that for whatever reason, so I'm going to have a separate beaker for that to collect it. Okay? Then after it quits boiling, after it gets about 81 or so, it's going to quit boiling. Then I'm going to pull that beaker away and place in another one. And then it's going to continue to climb because I said there was some water in there until it gets up to 100. I can collect that if I want to, or just turn off the apparatus because we're done. All right, so then the water is going to boil off. So that's how I do a distillation, right? I heat it up until it starts boiling at that first boiling point of whatever that material is. Then as soon as it's done right here, I'm going to pull the beaker out, put a new one underneath there. And in that beaker, I should have methanol. Then I'm going to continue to heat it until it starts boiling again. Then I'm going to pull that little beaker out after it is done. And I've got my two components. So that's one way of separating a mixture, okay? A mixture. So that's a physical way of separation. So anyway, hopefully this will help you. And this is Coach Scott saying, Hullabaloo, connect, and we'll see you later.